Hey y'all! Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Welcome back.
We back.
We are back in the building. Welcome to another seems like almost inappropriate. Welcome back to the
I know. Whoa.
Yeah. Welcome
2019.
back. Wow, we out here.
2019.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
So here we are. The flow up is back, y'all.
Season 2. Is it season 2? Should we call it? I like season 2. That's unofficial.
Maybe we'll call it season 2. Well, because I don't know. I guess it's a safe term just in case we take another break.
Right? That break was needed though.
Yeah,
we really did need that break.
Oh god, that was such a much needed break because with like the holiday craziness going on, work was getting real busy.
Yeah.
And we just weren't able to give it the energy that it deserved.
Yeah.
So it was wise to take a break. You know, we were able to get ourselves together.
Come on, anything official got a break.
It gotta have a break.
Your favorite show got a break.
That's it. Because they gotta rebrand and refocus
right.
and, restart. And
right.
so that's what we did. And now we are back.
Yes. So you are Sydney.
Oh yes. Hey everyone. I am Sydney.
And I am V. And thank you for listening to The Flow Up, the awkward and real lighthearted podcast about dealing with the struggles of making it to the flow up.
Till our glow up. We are flowing to the glow up.
You know what? Come on, season 2. Come on. Because no, we're finna do that again. Hold on. Thank you for listening to The Flow Up, the awkward and real the awkward and real lighthearted podcast about dealing with the struggles of making it to the glow.
The glow up.
That there we
glow
go.
Up.
Yeah.
But yes, we are on our way. So we're making adjustments, right? Like, so this show is flowing up as we flow up. So we're testing out a new, I guess, structure here.
Yes.
So we've introed ourselves. Now we're going to begin with a segment of positivity.
Yes.
It's a working title. Okay. So if you guys have any like title suggestions, go ahead and slide into our Instagram DMs or whatever. Give us some name titles. But do we even have an official title here? Are we just calling it?
We're calling it This Week's Win.
This week's win.
Yes.
How did we win this week? Amen. You want to
start? Yeah. So I said this one to a couple friends before, but I did have a really big win. I have actually been driving, all week.
Come on.
And
if y'all know the history with V and driving,
yeah,
if you know the history.
I'm so quick to pop off. Like, I'm so fucking quick. And I be praying and I be really trying. I be talking to Jesus. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Jesus be talking back, but sometimes I don't be listening. So this week,
Mm-hmm.
I got irritated like one time.
Amen.
And in that irritation, I did not cuss nobody out. Nobody got called out their name. Yes. I didn't follow no car.
We love growth.
You know what I mean? Growth. Come on, small victories.
Come on.
I was really proud of myself. I've just been letting people be ignorant. I've been letting people drive, cut me off and all the stuff. And I've been like, you know what? Just be safe.
Because you realize that's going to disturb your inner peace.
Exactly.
To get all riled up and worked up. And you're like, you know what? I actually don't have time for this today.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to let you have that.
And I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions, but if I did, that would kind of be my New Year's resolution. To work on my inner peace.
Oof.
That's just kind of like a life resolution, you know?
Yes.
Just to work on my inner peace and to keep it.
Yes.
And not be so eager to give it away. Because I can't.
And it's like, it's so unconscious too, because you're just like, oh no, you're going to get this.
Right.
You're going to get this anger. Right. Not even realizing that it's taking more from you than it is from the person you're trying to direct it to.
Right, exactly.
What about that's you? Good. That's a good win. My win, it didn't take place this week, but just a win for me as in like an awkward little black girl. I asked somebody on a date. Like I asked someone on a date. I did. I mean, granted, I feel like I got curved. But that's not the point. The fact that I did it.
Yes.
The fact that I found the courage and the bad bitch within myself.
Yes.
To see somebody be like, ooh, I like them.
Yes.
Let me ask them out. I never do that.
Because I could never.
And I used to like mask them and be like, oh no, they gotta come to me. Da 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 da. But it was really like fear of rejection.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to have that. And so the fact that I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. If they say no, like, because you know how people always say like, oh, the worst they can say is no. Right. Like for me, that's still like, okay,
the worst.
That's the worst.
Right.
Like, I'm like, okay, but that's like really bad. But really, it doesn't kill you. So
that's actually huge.
Yeah, like I was really proud of myself. Thank you. So that was my win this week.
That's great. I'm still trying to work my way up to that. If I have the opportunity, to travel, maybe I might use that as my excuse, right? Because traveling, like, you'll never see the person again. So,
that's it.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, that's very true.
Right? Come on.
Like, it's a little that little safety net. Where you're
yes.
like, okay, if you say no, I'm thousands of miles away, and I'm just gonna get back on the plane, and we never have to talk about it again.
Right. I'll probably never cross your path. So.
You know what probably gave me like the zhuzh to get there?
What?
Was really our Dominican Republic trip.
Really?
I'm gonna reference that to the day I died because that was just an amazing first trip.
Amazing.
But yeah, I think the experience I had out there with my little boo just gave me that inner bad bitch. Like, girl, you can have these niggas. That's that nigga on a date,
right? And you know what? And you can fuck him if you got curved, which I really don't think that. I think that is probably something internal happening with him. So
absolutely is.
But you absolutely can. Don't ever say if, bitch. You absolutely can. And if anything, that Dominican Republic trip proved it. Yes. So
it sure did. I think that's what it was. It gave me that confirmation, like, bitch, you might be able to do this.
Right.
And I was like, oh, word? Okay, let's do it. Well, shout out for wins. And we're also still working on these transitions, so come on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna transition into our next segment. That for now we're just calling random rants, because listen, okay, like let's get a little bit more real here. So our objective, right, is we're flowing up. We're trying to make it to this glow up. And that is true, but as you and I both know, that's not a linear journey.
Right.
It's not a straightforward thing.
Absolutely.
And we have to factor in the fact that life in general is some bullshit, and that the government, that affects our lives is some bullshit. And so we need to speak about these things.
Can I start this one off? Can I please start this one off?
V has it for y'all. So yes, that's what we are going to do under this segment, because that is just keeping it real. Honestly, that's just keeping it real, keeping it transparent.
Right.
So, go ahead. You start off this random rant segment for this week.
Yeah, and then also kind of before I start kind of piggybacking off of what Sis said, like, she's absolutely right. Sometimes we just need to vent about things.
Yes.
In order to get to the place where we consider success, like you said, it's not linear, and sometimes it's rough. Sometimes we add great experiences. Sometimes we add horrible experiences. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we lose friends and stuff we don't really want to talk about. So with that being said, okay, let me start off. So let me tell you how my rant got started, okay?
Hold on, y'all, because this is about to be a wild ride.
Okay, it's kind of a long story, but I'm going to try to condense it.
Just hold on. Oh my God.
I'm going to try to condense it. So how this started. So 2018 was really big for me. We had an episode of a recap of 2018, and one of the things that I had started doing was networking. Mm-hmm. Because I wanted to start surrounding myself with like-minded people, like-minded individuals.
Of course.
Where we can kind of grow up, glow up, flow up together, So I met this guy, and we were friends, right? We were really friends. And we have been friends for a little over a year, and everything's great. Like, we have lunch together, we hang out, like, we give each other advice. Everything was really cool. Until one day, he sends me this video from this person named Candace Owens. Now,
we're not going to give her too much.
Immediately, I didn't remember off the top of my head who she was, but I remembered the name. I was like, let me click on the video. Mm-hmm. So the video was of her hosting this conference called Blexit, which I'm not gonna say too much about it. I'm gonna let y'all do the research, but it's called Blexit, and what it stands for is the Black Exit, and the Black Exit from what? Democracy. Okay, so it's basically a conference bashing Democrats, bashing quote unquote liberals, and all the shit like that. Mm-hmm. So it started with that one video. I watched it. It was bullshit. Didn't agree, but that's fine, right? I didn't agree. Moved on with my day. As the week progressed, this friend kept sending me more and more videos. Uh-huh. And I kept watching the videos thinking like, okay, maybe I'm being biased. Let me try to watch these videos with an unbiased mind, And the more videos he sent me, the worse they became. Mm-hmm. They became very much pro-Trump, very much pro-white supremacy, being totally honest. It became anti-immigrants, anti-LGBT. Like, it just kind of became a lot. Anti-everything. It was anti-everything good. Ugh. It was pro-bad people. So it got to the point where I had to ask him, like, yo.
Mm-hmm. You like, so what are you trying to say here?
What's going on? Like, right. I don't get it.
Right.
And we ended up getting into an argument. And he was saying that basically I was not educated. Oof. And essentially stupid.
That's their favorite mode of attack, though. God, they love to pretend like you're stupid.
Because I am not a conservative. And I am not a Republican, and I am not a Trump supporter. Therefore, I'm ignorant.
You know, you just don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing. I'm a sheep. That was my favorite.
That's their.
He said I was a sheep. I said, ow, okay.
You like bad bitch.
Right. So now that y'all got the backstory, I'm gonna let Sid take this one because.
Oh, girl, what is Sydney gonna take?
I had to send her some videos so she could watch it, and we just kind of like.
No, yeah, let's talk about that. So that was enough. V had to pass them over to me. She said, bitch, hold up, wait. I just got to see these videos, and I feel like because I saw them, you got to see them too. Now, me, I don't generally like to give the Republican, especially like something called Blexit. So black people being for pro-Trump, I automatically want to shut down because just like logically, that makes no sense.
What?
That makes zero sense.
What?
That's like oil and water. Like, what are we doing here? Yes. Other than wasting time. So, you know, immediately I was like, oh my gosh. And it didn't help that she gave me the prelude of like, don't watch it now because you were at work. Which was smart because had I watched that at work, bitch, it would have been a bad day for everybody. But she was like, do not watch this at work. Go home and you might need some wine. So that let me know off rip it was finna be some bullshit.
Facts.
And I got home, watched the videos, and it was some bullshit. Again, I'm not gonna give too much specifics because I don't want to give them a platform or highlight them.
Some bullshit.
But it basically just confirms what I've known about the. Should I say the Republican Party as it is today? That their arguments are not anywhere based in fact.
At all.
It's all opinion being pushed as fact.
At all.
Like, there was one man who, I'm not going to say his name because, again, they don't have a platform on this show. But he spoke about, like, he was basically saying racism is not the problem.
Yes.
Racism isn't an issue that black people face. Or it's not the reason why the black community is where it is. Racism has nothing to do with it.
Right.
And then he proceeded to go into this story about his shitty father. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait, no. Let me back up. He was saying racism is not the issue in the black community. Absent fathers are.
Yes.
And that if fathers were present, you know, and you just did what you were supposed to do, crossed your T's, dotted your I's, you would never have an issue.
Right.
Okay, so as he's telling this story, I'm already like, okay, here we fucking go. But then he's talking about how shitty of his dad was and how they stopped speaking for 10 years because he was just so fed up with his father being a horrible dad. And he was saying, like, 10 years later, he walked back into his father's restaurant with the intention of cussing him out and telling him he ain't shit of a father and he never wanted to speak to him again, like, for the final time. Like, because he felt like now as a man,
right,
he would be able to come to his father as a man and not have the fear that comes along with being a child in that dynamic.
Yes.
So cool, whatever. He thought he was going to come and be a badass. And then he proceeds to talk about how his father explained his life. And his father basically had a very hard life because he was denied opportunities because he was a black man.
Yes.
Also known as racism. So, follow me. So he was saying his dad had a shitty life because he could not get jobs because white men told him we do not hire niggers. That is racism. Yes. And because of that, his dad was so frustrated because he just wanted to make a life for his family. But white people and racism were making that hard. And as a human being, he was angry, he was frustrated. And unfortunately, his children bear the brunt of that.
Yes.
And so he came off as a shitty father.
Yes.
Boom. And when he, like, I guess the guy was saying, like, when his father explained that, like, he broke down and cried or whatever. But then he wrapped up the story on a completely different note
by saying, "See, it wasn't racism.
See, it wasn't racism," even though he literally just described how racism made his dad's life hard, which in turn made his life hard because he was traumatized. So that just, and this was one of the first, like I think one of the first speakers. So that let me know, that set the tone for everything. I said, oh, so none of this is going to make sense.
Right.
None of this is going to be factual.
Yes, and the thing about the whole little conference thing that bothered me, it wasn't the fact that they were Republican. That wasn't it.
Right.
Being a Republican is not the issue. The issue, it goes so far beyond that. Now it's not whether you're a Democrat or Republican. It's, are you a good person or not?
Or not.
You know what I mean?
Period.
Are you a good person or are you not? They were bringing up fucked up points. Mm-hmm. And the audience was eating that shit up.
They were like,
immigrants are gang members and rapists.
They're just gonna come
Mind you, I should have said this in the beginning. That conference was geared towards African Americans and Latinos.
Please. Like, and they were in the audience cheering.
A good 1/3% of the audience, and that's being generous, were Latinos. And they were in that audience like, build that wall. Build that wall. Really?
Listen,
really?
Racism is powerful.
They were saying that hip hop.
Bitch, no, wait. My soul. I don't know if I'm ready.
Just at one point, they were saying that hip hop is what's wrong with America, not racism. Hip hop is the reason why there's absent fathers. Hip hop is the reason for single motherhood. Hip hop is the reason why there's not a lot of black doctors and lawyers.
God.
Bro, like, it was outlandish. And my rant is, because I feel like I've been talking about this for a minute. To sum it up, my rant is, we should be able to have differences without your views being shoved down my throat.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? And that whole conference was a collective hate group.
That's all it was.
That's all. There was no facts. There was no statistics.
They were using buzzwords.
There was nothing. The point that they were preaching is liberals suck.
Bro, like
Democrats suck. They hate you. They don't love you. They want you to suffer. They want black people to suffer. They want Latinos to suffer. So come join our party and we can end them.
It got to a point where someone, presented the argument of morality, like for the Democratic Party or liberals, and single motherhood. Sorry. I can't.
Right. Where's the correlation?
He was saying that there was no morality. He said there's no morality amongst liberals in the Democratic Party. That's why they're single mothers.
How about when he said...
What?
How about when he said, there's no good leaders in the black community?
Bro, no.
Maxine Waters or R. Kelly is not a good leader.
He said the good leaders.
They put
the black
Maxine
community.
Waters and R. Kelly in the same sentence in form of leadership. Whoa.
He said they were bad leaders for black people. He said the good leaders were people like Candace Owens, Kanye West.
Candace Owens. Now, bitch, listen. How old is she?
Listen, Candace Owens ain't nobody but that girl from Dr. Phil's sister who was up there I'll never be like any of these Negroes. I'll never be
those Negroes.
Girl, the way
my hair is naturally straight.
The way she had her hairstyle let me know all I needed to know about her. Bitch, her hair ain't known peace. So, I know you know what you're talking about, bitch. Her edges are stressed. So, please, we're not about to talk about this.
How you gonna leave me, girl? So, if you don't know the proper way to put a relaxer in your head, sit the fuck down. Sit the fuck down. Leave it to the professionals.
That hair was moving with her neck. You know that hair, like when you move your head, your hair travel with you. That's her. Never trust people like that.
Her hair looked like a Pixar movie before they figured out how to make hair move. What are you talking about?
Early animation? Yes.
Early fucking animation. Yes. I can't.
So, you see that and it just
telling me about my nappy ass hair. Bitch, at least I got curls.
At least I have a curl pattern, sister. And
Jeez.
At least my edges are not burnt out from pressing it every 2 to 3 fucking days.
I can't. Ooh. I'm not.
But yeah, y'all, that was stressful. And then just real quick to wrap up our rant segment, I would just like to give a quick fuck you to the media who are calling the attack on Jussie a possible hate crime. Bitch,
Whoa.
Ain't no possible. It was a hate crime.
Absolutely, 100%.
Are you kidding me?
100%.
They hurled out a racial and homophobic slur.
Absolutely.
Before they did what they did. It was not a possible hate crime. And
a double fuck you to the people who did it. Fuck you.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Fuck you, your lineage, all of that.
Wow.
Like, I hope they catch them motherfuckers, like, for real, for real. Bitch, they tied a noose around his neck and poured bleach on him in 2019.
2019. Why is that happening?
In 2019.
It's January.
Nigga. Can we calm down?
It's January.
They are turned up. And so this is why I will never, ever, ever, ever accept the argument that you had mentioned earlier that it's just political differences. This is not political differences. And that's why I firmly believe that the MAGA hat is the new Klan hood. It's ideally the same thing. They're just not wearing hoods anymore. They're wearing those fucking red hats.
It's a lot of hate. It is a lot of hate.
So yeah, like, fuck y'all to the people who were silent on it, who, you know, fuck you to the people who are only speaking about one side. We had one community only talking about the blackness, one community only talking about the gayness. Like, those two things aren't his identity. They exist at the same time.
Right.
It's time for us to acknowledge that. But that's a subject for a completely different day, and we won't get too heavy into that.
No, but I mean, but that's that's important though. You know what I mean? It is so important that we keep getting older, life keeps going on, and we're still dealing with the same amount of hate. You know what I mean?
Same
and
amount.
It's okay. And then when you have a leader who's saying, well, like, oh, well, you know, at least it can't get any worse.
Bitch, when he said that, I said, oh my God.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, sorry that it... Well, he didn't even say sorry.
He didn't say sorry that it happened.
He was like, oh, well, you know, it happened. And,
he didn't denounce the fact that it happened. He didn't denounce the people who did it. Yeah. He didn't address the fact that MAGA country was hurled out after the attack. He didn't address none of that.
Now, here's my thing. Because that man, that leader in the White House right now, he stands by the Make America Great Again so heavily. And this is coming from a business person. If somebody took my slogan and started using it for hate, I would be the first one. I would be the first one to be like, whoa. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. Like, y'all need to chill. This is supposed to be a vessel of love or whatever it is I was going to say. But people are going to know publicly that I don't support any negativity, any violence, any hate associated with my brand.
Right.
Donald Trump is a brand. Oh, fuck, I said his name. He is a brand.
Oh, we're going to bleep that out.
He is a brand within himself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the fact that he's not more vocal about the hate that's going on in his name, you can't tell me that that's just something that you turn a blind ear to.
Because he don't care. Because, like, this is literally what he wants. The slogan itself, Make America Great Again, is hateful. When was America great?
When?
America's been doing this, like, since 2000 and forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, America has never been great. Now, had his slogan been Make America Great, period?
Right.
Different story.
Exactly.
Different story.
You still could not like him, but you can't be mad at the... You know what I mean? Okay,
exactly.
Cool. You have the idea that you and your leadership can put America in a place that it's never been, of prosperity, of growth, of acceptance, of love.
Yep.
You know what, my nigga? All right, let's see.
Nope, but Make America Great Again means let's get these niggers back in place where they belong. Oh, gays, we don't do that. You know what I mean? Like,
what? Mexicans?
What? Transgender, bitch?
What?
Nope.
Muslim? What?
We're not going there. That's what he means.
Yeah.
So y'all can say that. Y'all can have that. But just know, in the year of our Lord 2019, we're not going to be silent or passive about it or let y'all get away with it. We're going to continue keeping our foots on y'all neck. We're going to continue to challenge you guys' bullshit.
Right.
And that's going to be that on that.
And it sucks because, like, I don't know about you, but I have never talked about politics more in my life.
Ever.
Ever. And I don't even consider myself, you know what I mean, a politically passionate person.
Same. I used to always say, like, oh, I don't really get into politics. But that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, it's not politics anymore.
Right, exactly.
This is an issue of humanity.
Yes.
This is not politics. Like, you're either a good, decent person, or you're a soulless, bigoted, hateful monster. Like, at this point, there's no in between.
I cannot.
Like, because people try to make those cute little arguments in the beginning while Donald Trump was running, or even when he won. First of all, I don't want to get too vulgar, but like, really, at the people who try to make that argument of, oh, he's a good businessman, as if all of his businesses didn't tank.
All of them.
He ran his businesses into the ground. What did you guys think he was going to do with the country? Like, you see it now that we're, 3 years in? You see what he's about to do to this country, running into the ground.
I can't. I just can't.
I forgot the point I was even trying to make, or what line of conversation. I'm just so tired. It's just so much.
It's exhausting. It is actually really exhausting. And I completely understand how people can say, like, you know what? I don't watch the news. I don't listen to talks.
Absolutely. I can't blame people like that.
I can't blame them at all, because I'm like, look, you're happier. The people out there that don't know shit about politics, they don't know shit about the government.
They're probably getting better sleep at night.
They are happy.
They're happy. Better sleep at night.
They go in, they're drinking for pleasure, not because they're stressed out.
Bitch, hello, they're getting high because they want to, right. Not because they just need everyone to shut up and calm down.
Come on, bro. And it's a scary time to just feel that way.
Very, very much so.
It's so scary, and to realize, like, people are actually really leaning into this hate. They're leaning into this racism. They're leaning into this classism. They're leaning into this sexism. They're leaning into this Satanism.
There are people who really don't want to see us prosper just because we black. Not because we're, like, horrible people, but because we're black.
I can't.
There are people who don't want people to succeed because they're gay.
I can't.
How is that any of you...
Different story for a different day. Oh my God. Because that is a really good topic. What the fuck does homophobia, you know what I mean? Like, that's silly. It's silly. It's a silly concept.
It's a very silly concept.
Homophobia is a silly fucking concept.
What are you talking about? Like,
you're mad because of what?
You're mad because of who?
You're mad because...
Huh?
Something that don't
because somebody's in a happy, healthy relationship with the same gender, that makes you mad. Okay.
And
right. Whoa.
What? Wow.
Oh wow, people being happy?
That is actually kind of confusing if you break it down. Homophobia is very confusing.
It's confusing. It doesn't make any sense. Much like racism itself.
Right.
Racism, homophobia, none of it. There's just no logic or anything.
Silly.
But they took it and ran. But in 2019, we're saying goodbye to that shit, because bitch, I wish I would. So I think that's going to conclude our random rant segment for today.
Because we can.
Because like my blood pressure going up, like my heart rate off fast.
I'm scaling the room. I'm like, do we have any wine? Like, is it here?
Listen, I had to drink some of that Hennessy. I don't know why you didn't drink it. Because that's it. Listen, I want to be a little calm.
Because look, let me have a couple shots of Hennessy. This podcast will go a little differently.
Yeah, you know that's probably why I'm getting turned up. That's exactly it. So I'm ready to go. I'm like, fuck you to you and you.
You sure was. You was letting people have it.
I was. I'm sorry. Cause it was just watching that news cycle like Monday. Because all of them stories came out like on Monday. And then this is like completely different. This is a different page from what we're currently talking about. But James Ingram passing away. Like Monday was just a lot. Like it was just back to back to back.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. So anyway. So this actually kind of leads into our topic for today, of how to continue flowing up, or how to flow up when the administration is shit. Like, so we have our goals and our dreams that we are working our asses off to achieve every day, but then like what's currently happening around us almost kind of feels like it's working directly against us.
Exactly.
So it's like, how do we keep that momentum up? Like, all right, not saying his name, that man is on his bullshit and everybody around here is on his bullshit, but it's not going to deter me from getting to where I know I'm supposed to be. It's not going to stop me from getting to my damn glow up.
Right.
Like, he's not getting in the way of my glow up. So how do we do that?
You know what? I gotta, let's just talk through this. Let's just talk through this, because honestly,
flesh it out.
I'm not gonna lie. The administration right now has me feeling very unprotected. You know, as unprotected as I may have felt before.
Right.
As a black woman, I feel even more so now.
Speak.
And it's almost worse. It's kind of like that idea of, when you're in trouble, like, it's bad.
Yes.
But when you're in trouble and your cousin's in trouble and everybody's in trouble, it's like worse. You know what I mean?
Well, your mom be like, everybody getting a whooping. You
right.
Like, fuck.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm being attacked. And when I say my cousins, I mean, Latinos, y'all my cousins.
Yeah.
They're being attacked. Muslims are being attacked. People in the LGBTQ community are being attacked. Everybody's being attacked.
Yes.
And I'm just like, where is the protection? Where is the love?
Yes.
Where is, how do we function with that?
Right.
When you're basically saying that, or we are getting the impression that we don't matter.
Oh, they telling us that. Ain't no impression. That's exactly what they're telling us.
I'm trying to be cute.
We gotta call them out. Yes.
But that's what it is. It's like they're telling us that we don't matter, and in the same breath saying, well, you're in the position that you're in because you don't want to be better.
Right.
It's like, bitch, how do I get better when you're pushing me down,
right,
and telling me I'm lazy because I'm not getting up fast enough.
Right.
It's not fair. So, like, that's kind of like that's not fair. But that's how I feel. But how I continue to rise through that is honestly prayer. One.
Come on. Ooh.
For real. Like, sometimes you really got to just pray. And
seriously.
At the end of the day, God knows all, and they say he won't give you more than you can bear. And you, as a Christian, which I am, you have to believe that.
But sometimes you be looking up like, for real, are we being serious right now?
Yeah, you kind of be side-eyeing a little bit.
You gotta be side-eyeing like, are we really gonna do this? Like, again? We doing this? All right.
So that's one. I think you need to be prayerful. I think you need to be spiritual.
Just grounded in some kind of faith.
Something.
Yeah.
And two, I think you need to be a little bit more vocal. I think you need to be more vocal with what's bothering you, with what you will not accept.
That's it.
You need to create boundaries.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Because people are only going to treat you as bad as you let them.
Right.
So sometimes iron sharpens iron. Yeah. Okay?
I'm triggered because somebody used that same phrase in one of them damn videos.
Did they?
He was talking about if your homie is making a mixtape, iron sharpens iron. So
that's hella funny.
If he's sorry, off topic, but
that's funny. No, but seriously, like, I think before all this stuff has been happening, a lot of people, including myself, have been kind of taking the more passive, like, oh, I'm just gonna turn the other cheek. I'm not gonna give it to the negativity type mentality.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that this is the space to do that anymore.
Not at all.
I think we do need to be a little bit more direct and a little bit more upfront and like, no, listen, who the fuck you talking to?
That's it.
You know what I mean? Step down. Seriously. So I do think that needs to happen more. And I also think that we need to be, I don't want to say sensitive. That's not the word I'm looking for. We want to be kind to ourselves because the world is hard enough on us.
Absolutely.
And it's a known fact that we can be our worst critics. We can be harder on ourselves than anybody else. But what we don't need is for the world to attack us and then we attack ourselves.
And then we attack ourselves.
That's what we don't need.
The world's foot is already on our neck. Like,
right.
We don't have to do that too.
Absolutely. So I think we need to be more mindful of that. We're really in a stage. My mom used to always tell me that nobody's going to love you like you love you.
That's it. Ooh,
so
period.
If you don't love yourself, sis.
Period.
You know what I mean? It's a good possibility nobody else will either. And I know that's kind of a little dark, but that's real.
Like,
you got to be a little bit. It
makes you vulnerable to the attacks that are coming at you all the time. You know what I mean? When you don't have that strong love for yourself, when you're not taking care of yourself, you're a lot more vulnerable.
And it hurts more. It's like when you're attacking yourself and you're getting attacked by other people, it perpetuates that negativity in your mind.
Listen.
That negative little devil on your shoulder that's like, oh, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit.
And
then you go outside and somebody tell you, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit.
You're like, I know, I'm
you know
so
what I mean?
sorry.
You can't do that. We got to be a little bit kinder to ourselves. We need to be a little bit stronger for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's something that's going to take time, unfortunately. I would love to be able to go to sleep tonight, wake up tomorrow, and be like, all right, ready.
Listen, okay?
But that doesn't necessarily happen. So, work in progress.
That was definitely a concept I didn't really grasp until sometime last year. Like, the book, The 4 Agreements. First of all, if you have not read that book, I highly recommend it. Life-changing book. But in it was saying, shoot, what did it say? It said something to the effect of, you're only gonna tolerate what you tolerate from yourself. I mean, so the same exact point that you were making, like, so no one can treat you any worse than you treat yourself.
Yeah.
So like you said, like, so when you're loving on yourself and what am I trying to say? You speak to yourself highly, you hold yourself in high regard. When someone tries to come at you with some bullshit that's below that,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You're so much quicker to be like, nope,
yeah,
you got to back up. Whereas,
or just like, not to believe it. Somebody call you stupid after you patting yourself on the back. You're like, actually, no, I'm brilliant. Boom.
I'm brilliant, but go off, sis. It's fine. It's fine. You think I'm stupid because I know over here she's smart.
Right.
But like, yeah, like you were saying, and to add to that, I guess how I continue flowing up in the midst of all this bullshit is allowing it to drive me, I guess, to motivate me. Because obviously I want this world to be a better place and I want to be a vocal advocate to help us get there. So I put like a lot of energy into the projects I'm doing. You know what I mean? I let that be my motivating factor. Like, so even with the flow up, we both have been putting so much energy into building this thing up because we know, we've been putting so much energy to build it up because we want to have a platform to speak on, you know what I mean? To speak for marginalized communities and to be that voice. So it's like whatever industry I guess you're in or whatever kind of work you do, whatever your goals are, let it, as fucked up and as dark as it is, kind of let it motivate you to put that extra oomph into your projects as like a silent fuck you to this administration. Like, ooh, y'all on that bullshit, but y'all not gonna stop me because I'm coming for that ass. You know what I mean? I'm gonna build up whatever it is I'm doing so I can come for you.
Right.
So when you try to, spew your hate, here I am. I'm gonna be right here on your neck. Like, right. No, you won't. Not today. And so just let that motivate you. Keep you like, ooh, all right, Donald Trump on some new shit today, bitch. Let me work on this project real quick so I can get up here and beat his ass.
And I also think surrounding yourself with good people. Yes. Because I kind of think the common denominator is positivity. Yes. In a world of negativity, you need some positivity to kind of counteract that. That's why, super side note, this will sound random as fuck, sorry. But I don't care what nobody say. I love me a good hippie. I really fucking do.
They be so calm. They be like, bitch,
I love you. Me a good fucking hippie. Are you kidding me? This guy reminded me of a hippie. I called him a hippie. He took such offense to it. I'm like, no, bro, you took that all the way wrong. Hippies are amazing people. Are you kidding me? They'll sit down, smoke weed with you, tell you that you're beautiful. You know what I mean? Y'all talk about some good shit in the world.
No, seriously, they'll speak to the light that they see in you. Like,
yes, they'll talk about your energy and your aura.
That's it.
I love that.
That's it.
I live for that type of shit. You know what I mean? It. You need somebody that's gonna hype you up. They're the most calm people, but they like, have you ever had somebody calmly hype you up?
Yes.
And it's like a different type of hype. It like hypes your spirit.
Right.
Like, I love that.
Right. It hypes your spirit because like they're speaking all of the beauty that they see in you.
Yes.
So when you hear it, you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you feel good. You're like, yes. Oh, this world is some bullshit, but thank you so much. I am a light. Thank you.
Right.
Yes, I am a gift. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, but honestly, yes.
Yeah, people that call you queen all day, like, I live for it. I fucking live for it. I don't care what y'all say. Talk shit if you want to.
Yo, shout out to those friends, man. Yes.
Yeah, like you need you some friends, some calm friends.
I'm so thankful to have people like that in my circle.
Yeah, I need more of them. Honestly, I really do.
I'm so thankful for that because.
Shoot, send some my way. Share it.
Listen. We gonna link up. Me, you, and Luna. We gonna link up. But like seriously, like
I love that name. Come on, Luna.
She
had no choice but to be a light.
That's my queen. No, and
she had no choice.
What's that's name her gift. Her gift in all of her beauty. She speaks to the beauty in other people. And I guess the beauty in that is. Because, like, you know the concept of we're all mirrors of each other? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So she sees her beauty and she sees her in me. And so by speaking that to me, she's also speaking to herself.
What a concept.
Woo, come on. Like, you know what I mean?
What
so
a
it's
concept.
like, it's a mutually beneficial thing.
Can you imagine?
She's speaking to herself and also speaking to me. So now we're both lifted. Now we're both happy as fuck. Like, whoa. And so that's why I value our friendship so much. Because I'm just like,
whoa. What if hate works the same way? What if hate works the same way?
It does. It's projections. When people hate shit about themselves, what they gonna go do? Project that onto somebody else. Like, you know how, like, when people are having a miserable day, like, and they're just like, you having a happy day, and you come along, you're like, oh my God, I did this today. And they're like, well, I tried to do that and this. And you're like, whoa, why did you just give me that? Like,
and I'm quick to take that energy too, and it'll fuck up my whole day.
And it'll and it fucks you up, and now you're like, oh well, I was happy, but now here I am. I'm pissed too. Right. And now everybody mad. So it's all.
I hate that. Wow, what a concept. What if we all just took self-inventory and dedicated time to ensure that we ourselves were good?
That's it.
You know what I mean? And then projected that to other people. Bitch, what if that, like, solved conflict?
Wow. You want to talk about some world peace?
You know what I mean?
If everybody
just had a day of happiness.
If everybody was just, doing their soul work, getting their shit together, and then walking outside and be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what you got going on today, girl, but I am living for it.
Yeah.
Yes. Walk. You better walk down the street.
That's one thing I really can say that I appreciate so much about Black women. Yeah. I appreciate that so much about Black women.
World's best cheerleaders.
Black women will hype you up for breathing.
Come on, queen.
Yeah.
You better take them deep breaths.
Yes.
Inhale, exhale.
For nothing. It's so great. It's like, they'll compliment your earrings.
I love the way we love each other.
They'll compliment your walk. They'll compliment your shoelaces.
Come on, skin.
Yes.
Come on, earrings.
It's like, I just love the almond shape in your eyes. They're just so beautiful.
They're like, come on, lashes. And you're like, oh my God, my eyelashes look good.
Right. Right. Yesterday, true story. Yesterday, I was sitting and I was having lunch with one of my friends, or a couple of my friends actually. And mind you, I had no makeup on, but I had just washed my face, right? Uh-huh. And I was proud of myself because it had been a long time since I did a mask treatment, little exfoliation. I did a whole little system, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. Didn't think anything of it. I just took care of myself. And then at dinner, they was like, oh, okay, highlight. And I was like, but I don't have any makeup on. Actually, I don't have anything. She was like, oh, you just glowing.
And you be like, oh shit.
I was like,
you didn't feel like oh my God, like maybe I am.
Right. I was really excited because my skin has been really breaking out lately. Uh-huh. So that compliment, she asked me if I had makeup on. I was like, no, oh my God.
I love that. We just gotta be vulnerable.
Let's do that.
Let's be vulnerable with each other and just speak.
Let's make that. You want to make that a challenge?
Yes.
Let's do that all this week.
All this week, just find one person that just compliment.
Yes, come on, hair.
Skin. Come on, moisture.
Oh, look at that smile.
Come on, moisturized. Look at this walk. Walk down the street, sis.
Yes.
Stomp that pavement.
No,
let's just
so fucking here for it.
Me too.
So here.
Because it feels good to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It feels good to give someone a genuine compliment, watch them light up, and they're like, oh my God. And you're like, yes, girl, go on. And you walk away feeling light and good, and they walk away like, wow, everyone wins.
Yes.
What a concept.
Oh my God, we're going to send this to the president. We're going to send this episode to the president. We gonna tell him because maybe
I don't want to be nowhere on his radar. Fuck him.
Maybe if he try, he'll be a better person. You know what I mean? Maybe if he finds some inner peace and maybe if he just go out and compliment some people, it'll put some joy in his heart. You know what I mean? Some little light.
I would love to say I agree, but
little positivity.
You'd be like,
let me just live. Let me have this moment.
I'm gonna let you rock, or I'm gonna let you rock. But yeah. Oh wow, I really love that. Okay, so one person every day compliment and make somebody's day. Just spread that love.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, we can't control what's happening in the outside world.
We surely cannot.
You can't control what's happening with the administration. You can't control what's happening with the wars and with, unfortunately, I can't even believe that I'm saying the word children in concentration camps together. Different story for a different day. But we can't control any of that. But what we can control is our actions.
That's it.
You know what I mean? We can control what we do. We can control what we put out.
How we treat other people.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it. So I'm hella down for that. Let's make that a challenge. That's the flow up challenge.
That is a challenge. So we challenge y'all to compliment one person
every day.
I mean, comment under somebody's picture, gas them up. Yes. Throw 10 emojis under there
for no reason.
Heart eye emojis, fire flames,
yes,
like just light them up. But like genuinely mean it, of course.
Right.
Like don't just do it to do it. Like mean it. Be like, oh, she looks good today. Let me make sure she knows.
Yes.
Let me make sure she knows. Yes. She looks good, or that she's doing good, or like, oh, you just look so happy today. Oh, I love it.
And let me just add this little disclaimer, because a lot of times people will do something expecting something in return.
Yes.
Do it regardless to if they say thank you. Correct. Do it regardless to if they say something nice back. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Do it for your own inner peace.
Correct.
They don't have to do anything. They don't have to respond. They could look at you side eye, whatever.
Yeah.
But do this for your own personal growth, you know?
Yes. Oh, I love that. And so to wrap this up, alongside the challenge we just gave, we are also going to start leaving questions at the end of the episode and posting them to our Instagram, to engage with y'all a little bit more. And then we will read some of the responses for next week's episode. So our question for this week is what we posed in the beginning. How do you continue flowing up when everything around us just is counteracting what we're trying to do? Like, so what are some things that you do? Or, I don't know, some self-care practices? I don't know. Let us know.
And I want to ask one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm actually really curious about this challenge. Like, if you guys do that, if you guys go out and compliment someone or you have a good story behind it,
yes,
let us know the story. We want to know that.
Let us know the story. Let us know how it made you feel.
Yeah. How did the other person react? Did they smile? Did they hug you? Did they say thank you? Did they just meme hug you? You know what I mean?
Right. Would they be
let us know. Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to let y'all know.
Yeah. All right, y'all. And so with that is the end of our comeback episode. Oh my God, we're so glad to be back. That felt so good. We are back, y'all. So, of course, as always, make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and coming soon. No, actually, by the time this episode airs, our website will be up. Surprise!
Yay.
Whoa!
We got a
surprise!
That's official.
We have a website now, guys. Yeah. TheFlowUpPod.com will be live by the time this episode drops.
Yes.
So check out our site. You know, we're gonna have some biographies on there, and it's just gonna be another platform like for us to extend our rants.
Yes.
Some things maybe that we don't talk about on the show, and another platform to engage with you guys, because this is something that we are collectively doing together.
Right.
A flow up is a communal thing. We need to support each other. So
now we can officially say, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or visit us at theflowuppod.com.
Oh, that's so official. I love that.
That's very official. I'm so happy.
And our email, too, is always open, the flowuppod@gmail.com.
Yes.
And with that, we will see y'all next time.
Yay. See you later.
Bye.